Sleep isn't just important for our physical health. It also has a huge impact on our emotions as well. Sleep deprivation can turn you into an emotional powder keg, ready to explode over the smallest of triggers. Even situations that would normally be no big deal can set you off into an irrational rage or a bout of uncontrollable tears. Like when someone cuts in front of you outside the grocery store and snags the parking spot you've been waiting for. On any normal day, this would be pretty annoying, but not the end of the world. You slightly curse them and roll your eyes and then move on. But on this particular day, after a night of restless tossing and turning, this small thing sets you off. Your blood pressure rises and the anger sits in the pit of your stomach, festering all day long. The thing is, it might not just be one of those days. Believe it or not, your comfiest pillow can sometimes be just as valuable as seeing a therapist. In his book, Why We Sleep, sleep scientist Matthew Walker discusses the profound impact that sleep has on our emotional well-being and our ability to regulate our feelings. He states that the shorter you sleep, the shorter your fuse becomes. Yikes. When we're operating on less sleep, our brains have a harder time processing emotional situations and dealing with them in a healthy way. Here's why. There are two key areas of the brain that are significantly impacted by lack of sleep: the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. The amygdala is the part of the brain responsible for processing our emotions. When we don't get enough rest, it essentially goes on overdrive, making us more reactive and sensitive to emotional triggers and situations, essentially turning us into a grumpy toddler who hasn't had their nap. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, which handles rational thinking and emotional control, becomes dulled and impaired. It struggles to keep the amygdala's emotional outbursts in check. It's like your brain's emotional supervisor has clocked out for the day, leaving your feelings to run totally unchecked. Walker explains that this sleep loss creates a perfect neurological storm between these two parts of your brain. Research has shown just how drastic this effect can be. Even just one night without proper sleep can cause a 60% increase in our emotional reactivity, as well as higher levels of anxiety, depression, and stress. And this effect is cumulative. The more consecutive nights of poor sleep, the harder it becomes to keep your emotions in check. It's no surprise that insomnia symptoms have been found in as much as 75% of people suffering from depression. Lack of sleep essentially pokes the bear of our emotions, while simultaneously taking away our ability to rationally soothe it. The definition of a grumpy toddler, am I right? But sometimes all a toddler needs to calm down and get their shit under control is a good nap. Catching up on high-quality sleep can help your emotional stability recover and reset. Our moods become stabilized, and the prefrontal cortex can once again regain control over the grumpy, emotional toddler. This brain-sleep connection is also why practices like therapy and counseling are often ineffective if the person is suffering from a lack of quality sleep. The brain simply can't process and integrate the emotional work required without restoring sleep first. So, if you've been on an emotional roller coaster lately, make sure to check on both your sleep quantity and quality. Here are 3 small but important steps to help you. Number 1, consider wearing a wearable sleep tracker. They're all the rage right now. The rings seem to be the most accurate, but you can also use your Apple Watch. I'll link some of the best options in the description. Number 2, sticking to a consistent sleep schedule is one of the easiest ways to improve your sleep. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, and get at least 8 hours of sleep when possible. Number 3, make your sleep sanctuary as comfortable and distraction-free as possible. Generally, a bedroom that is cool, dark, and quiet is conducive to better sleep. Try using blackout curtains, a sound machine, and adjusting the thermostat. Make sure to limit your screen time at least an hour before bed, if not longer. If you want to learn more about how to improve your sleep, check out Why We Sleep, which is linked in the description. It can be the difference between walking on eggshells with your own temper and being able to stay as calm as a cucumber. The next time you find yourself overreacting or lashing out, pause for a moment. The real issue may be your sleep-deprived brain playing tricks on you. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. It's a natural antidepressant for cranky brains. Your prefrontal cortex will go from 0 to hero when you join my well-rested squad.